If you're new to Emacs, if you're thinking of learning Emacs, if you're thinking of evaluating Emacs, then you may want to, of course, know about popular packages that you can install. Now, in the beginning, I mean, my personal recommendation is that try the vanilla Emacs and customize it yourself, because you will, of course, learn a lot of things. At the same time, because if you're using vanilla Emacs, you will be using the most basic features of Emacs. Because once you learn the basics of Emacs, or in fact any other tool, then you can always try out those pre-bundled Emacs where you have a lot of other packages. But in the beginning, of course, learn the basics of Emacs. Of course, definitely try out org mode. Maybe use Emacs for your Git repository using Magit. But in case you are wondering what popular or great or useful packages you can potentially install for basically solving problems, you can actually take a look at this particular Awesome Emacs page. It is a bit outdated, but at least when it comes to Emacs, usually, I mean, when I look at my Emacs, I don't really think I have, I don't really use a lot of packages, but there are definitely some packages that I have been using for many years, in fact, from the beginning, I guess. But if you look at this particular page, this particular GitHub repository, you can actually learn about wonderful things that you can do with Emacs, and of course you will learn about different useful packages. And of course, subscribe to my channel, and I have, I believe, I think hundreds of videos, if I'm not wrong, on just Emacs. So if you follow, of course, these videos or any other content creators, YouTubers, Linux YouTubers videos, and you will of course learn about it. But this Awesome Emacs page will actually give you a very good idea about some nice packages. So do take a look at this this page, and at the same time, if you are going through this list, also ask yourself what you want to do with Emacs. For example, if you are trying to use Emacs, I mean, potentially you can actually use Emacs for everything, because it is not really, I think, apart from a great editor, it is everything. I mean, you can do anything that you do with your not browser, but with your operating system. Basically, using Emacs, I won't recommend you to browse websites, although you can, and I think I have made few videos on that particular topic. I think for simple sites it will work, but no, you need like a proper modern browser like Brave, Chrome, Firefox to do something useful online. But I think for quite a lot of other things, you can do things in Emacs. For example, I use Emacs to manage my files. I use Emacs to, of course, make my documents, of course, using org mode, which is for task management, but you can also use it for writing documents, publishing blogs, of course, simple blogs. I'm not really saying that manage a complicated website. And of course, you can also use Emacs as an editor. And when you're using Emacs, you will always be looking for ways to like customize it, tweak it, and in most cases you need these packages. For example, if you're using org mode, you need to always install. In most cases, you need to install some packages to make sure your org file looks good, and you may want to maybe when you're working on the big files, you may want to improve the indentation, and also you may want to customize the color of your Emacs. So of course there are a few things that you can always do with your init file, but if you're looking for a way to do it easily and quickly, then always install these packages so you can do it straight away. Because for doing those changes in Emacs, you need to learn Emacs Lisp. And I mentioned in one of my previous video, you don't really need to learn Emacs Lisp in the beginning. Of course, search online on Stack Overflow and you will find snippets of code that you can insert in your init file to customize Emacs. But do take a look at this page, and hopefully it will help you to get started. I found this quite useful. On this page, you can basically, for example, if you're trying to browse the internet, so you'll find things like browser, mail, IRC, chat. At the same time, for example, I think I mentioned in one of my videos how to use Emacs to read your RSS or subscribe to RSS. So you can do that. And at the same time, you can also use Emacs to play music. So you can also install MPD clients within Emacs. And this page has good information on this topic. My use case is, of course, I don't really use Emacs in a very complicated way. I keep things simple, and I try to focus on things that I want to do. I don't really want to get. I usually don't really get into the details of customize everything. For me, it's more about how I can do my work, and I only do limited customization, not really extreme customization. I'll share the link of this post, and hopefully it will help you. It will help you to get the most out of your Emacs setup. All right, that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed watching this video and you learned something new. Thank you very much. Bye bye.